Follow the messages on screen to where the ad information becomes available. This station will now
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast. Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast, the only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment. We are your hosts, Cam and Kobe, and we are ready to bring survival goodness direct to your ear holes.
Right inside there. Deep in there.
What's up, Cameron?
Not much.
Second podcast of the day for us.
I know, it's sweet.
Yeah, we just busted out the basement.
This was my job.
Just busted out the Basement Nation podcast. You guys want to check that out? Basement Nation. Just search
Silliness.
it. Silly. It's still silly.
It's just
Super
modern
silly.
man silly.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, Cameron?
Well, we're going to tell you guys, maybe by the time you listen to this, I guess it won't be Christmas, but
It'll be at, well, yeah.
if you get your gift cards or money from, Kobe didn't know how to open a pop. What the?
All right, keep going.
Punch your with your finger.
I know.
If you get $100 gift card or money
Yeah.
for Christmas and you want to get started with prepping,
Yeah.
we're going to give you a list that will allow you to get a good little quick bug out bag for under $100.
But really, what it is if you had $100, apocalypse is about to happen. What are you going to spend that $100 on? Right? You
Right.
have
Although you probably won't order from Amazon.
no, but you know we're just okay. You might know, but maybe you go to Walmart. Same thing. All right, you have $100.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to spend that money?
All right.
You have nothing else.
We're going to tell you.
Okay. Today's podcast is brought to you by Tac Pack, the only monthly tactical subscription box with useful professional grade stuff inside. Get 10% off your first Tac Pack with code CASUALPREPPERS at TacPack.com. And join the thousands of satisfied subscribers today. That's 10% off with code CASUALPREPPERS at TacPack.com. Go get your own Tac Pack, kids.
Perfect Christmas gift.
It really is I mean,
This would be a good starter
$50?
kit.
Pfft, come on.
Yeah. The box alone is worth $50.
Yeah.
Listener reviews starts now.
Take that one, Cameron. Take
'Kay.
it. Take it.
Listener reviews. Tashunka for your ear holes.
Tashunka.
R.D. Jones 1. Is that right?
Yeah, R.D. Jones won. That's
Okay.
it. You got it.
It's weird how it
Don't worry
it's
about
all
it.
faded out. All right. The lords of water skills have slain the master of the great divide between truth and semi-truth. This podcast is truly Tashanka to my ear holes, and if it isn't to you, then you haven't grabbed a hold of your friendly neighborhood sprinkler and tasted the delicious juice of freedom that is only received by those with true water skills. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks be to the lords for opening my eyes with all the medical tips, most notably how to fix a loose tooth. Merry Christmas. Oh, and be sure to at least give the microwave you looted to someone as a gift. They'll never know how you got it.
That was honestly
So well thought out.
might be the best one we've ever had.
Yeah. This is a true listener.
It really
Every one of our... I love-
just peppered throughout, man.
And listen, it's not funny. It is a loose tooth.
Loose tooth.
That's the worst thing in the world.
Thanks, guys. If you want to be part of this, go to iTunes, go to Facebook, or go to the Amazon book, the Kindle book on Amazon. Leave a 5-star review. Make it awesome.
Social media shout out.
Today, guys, last podcast we shouted out our friends at Tac Pack. Today, our friends at Survival Boxes. At Survival Boxes.
Yeah, what a great place to look up what stuff you get.
Yeah.
It's an awesome.
It sure is.
I really like Survival
Well,
Boxes.
we both do tremendously love them. So go check them out at Survival Boxes. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. Might even be on Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a mad, mad world.
So, bro, what do you got?
Why don't you start it off?
You want me to start it off? So, I have reading some.
You want me to open that for you?
I don't know if you can, bro.
Come on, man.
You give me this freaking Brazilian soda that doesn't open.
If you
He gives me this soda. He's like, "Oh, so good." I lift the tab. The tab breaks off. I don't know if I don't know my own strength or
Brazilians open it different.
Brazilians.
Upside down.
It's upside down, so it doesn't work the same. So what I'm talking about today, Cameron, is the hog apocalypse.
Hogpocalypse.
Have you heard about the hog
haven't.
apocalypse? Where are you going?
I'm going to get a knife.
Here, I got one on me right here, bro.
I gotta take mine off my belt. I don't want to.
You don't want to do that here. There you go. Use that 511 tactical knife.
I'm gonna-
Actually,
I'm
if
gonna
you
stab
put
my
this in
freaking
front of
hand.
the camera so people can watch what happens. If you're watching on YouTube, you're about to see something spectacular. I don't know what's gonna.
It's gonna be
Dude,
blood.
this is gonna spray everywhere.
This pop is gonna be blood red.
It's gonna spray everywhere.
No, it won't. Watch.
Oh gosh.
There we go.
Woo. Man, he opened it. Oh, sort of. I don't. Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna
That's gonna
slice
shred your
my-
lips.
Go down. Don't go up. What are you doing? Shh.
That's what she said.
I don't know what he's doing over there, but I'm afraid for my life.
Wow. This is really.
You want me to shotgun that sucker?
This is.
Just
Where's
put
your 22?
a, put a hole in the bottom of it. Let me shotgun it.
You know what? Go ahead,
Anyways,
keep going.
okay. Hogpocalypse taking over Texas with millions of wild pigs.
This is a nightmare.
So,
Glad everybody will see this.
oh my gosh, dude, you are freaking me out, bro.
Okay.
Is it good?
Huh?
Is it good?
No.
No. Okay.
It's gonna cut your lip open.
I know it is. So, what I'm talking about here is the hogpocalypse in Texas. There are so many freaking feral pigs in Texas right now, Cameron.
Feral?
Yeah. They have 2 to 3 million feral hogs in Texas. 3 million. Do you understand the amount of pigs that is?
It's more than 2,999,000.
So, that's crazy, and it's actually causing a lot of $52 million annually. Oh my gosh, you opened it.
I hope you didn't freaking kill someone with this because you just got
I
hepatitis.
just got hepatitis in my Brazilian soda. So it costs Texas about $52 million annually because there's so many pigs that it's just like ruining crops and stuff like that. So that's bad. But what this says is, come the apocalypse time, everybody's eating bacon.
I can't think of a better meat
Yeah.
to eat in the
Cool.
time of apocalypse.
I can't think of a better meat to eat, he says.
I'm going to open a restaurant.
Meat to eat. You come down to meat
The
to
better
eat.
meat to eat.
Hey, you want to go down and meet at the meat to eat? Meat to eat.
Bunch of pork chops and bacon.
Pork chop, bacon, ham, whatever. Anyways, that's all I got. I mean, I
Cool.
thought it was kind of a cool story.
So did you see that the Russians Air Force and the United States Air Force had some close encounters?
I actually didn't see that, no.
So in Syria, there's
Are
kind
you
of.
serious?
Are you like Syria? So there's kind of like that demilitarization, airspace kind of thing, and Russia has crossed into it, I guess, multiple times. And they had their, was it SU, the Sioux, I can't remember, 52, 53, anyway.
I don't know.
The jet, their like prized jet
Yeah.
was flying around, and 2 F-22s.
The one jet they have, is that what you're saying?
That's it.
They got a prize jet and they just fly it around.
It's a
and let everyone see
golden
it.
jet. Shoots
Yeah.
golden bullets.
Yeah.
It shoots titanium bullets.
It's like the golden gun on 007.
Yeah.
Remember the golden gun?
Runs on Tashanka grease.
Yeah.
Cheap. So yeah, anyways, they got in, it was like a 40-minute like back and forth air kind of like maneuvering. They're trying to communicate with each other to try and get the Russian. 40 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
It's like, what were you doing?
Maybe someone was inverted.
Yep. I knew you were going into that.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
but yeah, I guess there was a point where the F-22 was like shooting off flares and crap
Whoa.
to kind of get its attention. And
Yeah.
it was kind of a little more serious than they hoped.
Wow.
Scared them.
That's scary.
So, yeah, I can imagine what kind of
Tensions are high.
craziness would happen if one of those,
Ooh.
somebody gets shot down on either side. That's
It'd be
going to
bad.
make a big mess.
Mhm.
So, or even, I guess there was almost a midair collision. They were, the Russian pilot was so kind of crazy.
Oh, really? Gosh, man.
He's all vodka'd up.
That's crazy talk right there. Well, the world is mad, everybody.
Anyway, yeah.
Everybody. So today, I'm kind of excited about this. So the other day on Instagram and stuff, I put up this picture and I said, "You got $100. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Apocalypse is coming. You got nothing else." I'm like, this is kind of a cool idea to think
It
about.
was a cool
right?
idea.
And we got a lot of responses. A lot of them were smart ass responses. I'm gonna buy a gun and steal everything.
Did they really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that
I'm gonna
one.
buy a knife. I'm gonna steal stuff. And then like some of the other stuff.
Way
was,
to be
I'm gonna buy a bunch of drugs.
typical.
I know. I'm like, you idiots.
Good job being full on true
Yeah,
American there.
I know. But some people actually had good answers, and I appreciate those guys.
I'm going to take a knife and steal guns. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to take the gun and steal more knives.
I have all the guns and all the knives in the western United States.
I'm going to buy up all the black powder.
I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of jalapeno peppers.
First thing I'm going to do is
That's all
I'm
I'm
going to go rob Fort Knox.
I'm gonna buy a plane ticket out of town.
I'm going to get jet ski and fly. Just go down to Florida Keys or something.
Jet ski. I'm gonna rent me a Lambo. I know the world's ending the next day. After I rent that Lambo, I'm gonna keep it. Driving around in the apocalypse. That's what
I don't know. Go down to the used car sale and give me something real nice.
Exactly. So this is the exercise. You got $100. You have your discount store, whether it be Walmart or
It would have been kind of cool to walk through Walmart
And do it.
because you can get some massive amounts of paracord for cheaper than I saw online.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
So
But it was hard to do this without using Amazon. I basically used Amazon for most of this because it's easier. It's probably the cheapest place
it's
to
hard
get.
to do this without taking time out of my day to do this.
Guys, we got day jobs. We got families. We ain't got all day for
Everybody's sick in town.
this. Yeah. So, SHTF about to go down. You got a $100 bill. You're headed to the store. You don't know how long this is going to last. You don't know how bad it's going to be, but you got to get what you're going to get for the next little while.
Yeah.
With your $100. You got a honey. You got a Benjamin. Benjamin
You
for the
got
apocalypse.
one honey.
One honey. So,
I got one honey. How much can this buy me? Well,
you could get a knife and steal stuff from other people.
we've got cigarettes back here. Do you want?
Chewing tobacco.
Do you want a carton or a case?
Yeah, no. It's usually what it is. You go to
I know.
Walmart, the person in front of me, I need like 10 packs of Marlboro, non-filtered lights, and then I need some Newports, and then a little bit of chewing tobacco on top of that.
Can I get a supervisor's code? I need to break this 100.
Supervisor's card, we got a $100 bill to buy cigarettes.
Can I get an override? Can I get an override?
That's not funny.
It's not at all.
It's not funny.
So
So
I'm just saying you're in a hurry,
Yeah,
and
I
they're
know.
not gonna. They're
I
gonna take their
know.
sweet time,
go to apocalypse about
and then they're gonna
start.
spin around your bag, and you're gonna forget half of your stuff.
Damn it, the only thing I got was like the earplugs so I could sleep.
This is somebody else's stuff.
Dang it, just a bunch of Newport lights. Half blue ribbon. So
Hearing aid batteries. What in the hell am I gonna do with these?
Cam went through and actually broke this down into categories for us here, which is interesting. So
First thing first.
yeah, what's the first thing you're gonna need, Cameron?
Well, you're gonna want to carry everything.
Yeah. So this is a hard thing. Like, do you spend money on
This
a
was
bag?
a hard thing.
Like,
This is
went-
where I spent most of my time
Yeah.
trying to find a good deal, but a quality bag.
Yeah.
So eliminating Wish
yeah.
or one of those Chinese websites that
yeah.
you know
Alibaba.
the apocalypse will be over before you get it. So
I know you order something on there and it's
so
like,
obviously you could buy a truck, a car, a bug out vehicle, a bug out bag,
yeah.
another person to be your
But
partner
you won't get it till 2035.
for $2.
Yeah.
But yeah, you won't get it until forever. So anyway, onto the bags.
Yeah, so the bags. This was hard. Like, I'm like, well, do I just use like a plastic bag and try and get through? But I think it's pretty important because you don't want to lose your stuff that you're buying, right? You want to make sure you can keep it all together.
Right.
You want to have something that you can scavenge with, that you can put stuff in. And you got to have something that's just not like, it's not like the cheap kids backpack made of, plastic.
Tinfoil.
Tinfoil,
Yeah.
yeah. So the one I came up with was $16, and this, I mean, I'm probably on the low because I'm like
That's
$100
pretty much that's the best price I could find.
Yeah,
for different
something
types
that
too.
wasn't a piece of crap, and
Yeah.
this one still is a piece of
This
crap.
one probably is a piece
pretty
of
much. So it's a 40 liter, so it's actually pretty big. I got enough size on that thing. 40 liter sport outdoor military rucksack tactical Molly backpack.
Boom.
From Amazon. Let me just open this up and I can take a look at this. So it's $16. It's like camo. I probably didn't need something that was camo, but this one was anyways. It's got some Molly on it. 600 denier Oxford cloth. I didn't like the sound of Oxford cloth in
I
any
know,
way,
I
but
know.
it is what it is, right? So it's big enough. It's like 20 inches by 17 inches by 50. or something. No, wait, by 8. And so it's a pretty big. It's big enough that you could get what you need in it for a few days at least. So that's what I went with. $16.
Nice.
$16. That's like a big percentage already of my.
It was.
$100.
That was why I spent.
That was the
most time.
second most expensive thing I bought.
Yeah.
With my $100.
So yeah, I looked all over on eBay and Amazon, for American companies, like companies that you're probably not going to, that you would get it.
Yeah.
So this company's out of California. The store on eBay has 40, 50, and 60-liter backpacks. I did find a 60-liter waterproof nylon backpack for $16.
Seriously?
Well, $16.50.
That's pretty good.
But I was like, no way, and it's waterproof. So it let's see where we got the little stuff here. So the size, it's about for the 60-liter, you're looking at, these are all in centimeters, so I can't tell you. 60 centimeter by 36 centimeter by 19 centimeter.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But it's not, it doesn't have all your little pockets and gadgets, hiding areas and stuff like that. So, and it does come, there's a camo one. I think it's a little bit more money. It's only like $20, but 60 liters that you can stick on your back. So, and it's waterproof and made of nylon. I think it's a good deal.
No,
so,
it is a good deal.
As long as you can throw a bunch of crap in there.
I didn't check eBay too much. I was looking like
I know.
Walmart and Amazon.
eBay's a little bit harder to. I mean, Amazon.
But that's good. So I mean, I guess what we're
so
saying
you're looking
is,
anywhere between a 40 and 60-liter pack for under $20.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And obviously, we know that these aren't going to be something that's going to last you a long time, but it's got to be able to get you through the first 72 hours.
At least a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a short-term situation, it can get you through it.
Right.
So there's the bags. That's what we're going to carry all our stuff in that we got for our 100 bones. The next section was water.
Yeah.
And this is where I spent most of my money.
It was mine too.
1/5 of my money went to this section right here.
Because it's the most valuable item in there.
It is. So I was like, so do I buy a bunch of water? Do I get a filter? Do I get some
That's the hard thing
purification?
too, the location.
Yeah.
If you're in Afghanistan or Syria,
You gotta make sure. Yeah,
it's going to be sucky.
I'm assuming that I'm home, that I'm at where I'm at, so I know where water
Like
sources
carrying
are.
water, right?
You
That's
know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
and we've talked about that too. You
Yeah.
need to know your area and the best water sources.
So when you guys are doing this exercise at home, assume you're at your where you live now. You know what I mean? When you're doing this, when you fill out your worksheet and send it in, okay? We got to send out worksheets for everybody. Everybody can download a worksheet from the website. You know what I mean?
PDF.
And then everybody sends in their PDF of what
Please
they do.
complete these and send them in before next podcast.
And then we'll grade them and send them back. That's
Smiley
funny.
face, B+.
If anybody's listening and wants to make a worksheet like this, do it.
That
we'll
would
grade
be
them.
so
we
awesome.
absolutely will.
The Casual Preppers $100
Send it.
worksheet.
Yep. So I went with the Sawyer Mini, and it comes with the little bag piece to it, so I can carry some water in there, and I can also just suck right out of a stream if I need to. And Sawyer Mini, 100,000 gallons. You
Nothing
can't
compares.
go wrong.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people online were saying like, "Oh, I get a life straw," and then I'm like, "Don't get a life straw. Why would you get a life straw?"
right.
That doesn't make sense. You
No.
only get. I can't remember. What's the?
It's 4,000 gallons.
4,000.
No, I think that's for the big reservoir one.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
It's only
not-
like 1,000 gallons or
And
1,000
so-
liters or something.
We need to look at that and figure out what that is. Look that up, Cameron.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, but 100,000 gallons, you can't go wrong with the Sawyer Mini, and it also comes with the little bag. I think it's the best way to go. It's $20 though, so that's the bad part because that's 1/5 of your 100 bones.
Yeah,
So,
but
it's the most important piece.
it is.
I think.
And I like the Sawyer Mini. The Life Straw doesn't come with a bag.
It doesn't.
Doesn't
No.
come with a way to pour that water around. A Life Straw. You're wondering how much? Or no,
Yeah,
how much
how many
it
gallons?
filters?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
It's about the same price.
I have a couple Life Straws.
Yeah, I
you
do
know,
too.
and before I found Sawyer Mini,
Yeah.
so
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
they're
them.
gonna help. And
I think the price is similar, right?
I do like the gravity fed one that I have. I have two of those, and they filter quite a bit. But
Yeah.
still, nothing compares to that stupid Sawyer Mini.
I know. You can't beat it.
So the Life Straw filters a total of, come on,
You don't know, do you?
1,000 liters.
Okay, 1,000 liters. So that's not even gallons, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
So
10 times more.
yeah,
That's
you got to
crazy.
go with the Sawyer Mini. There's just no way around it. That's what you did too, right? You did the same thing?
I did the Sawyer Mini too. Yep.
Yeah, very good. We were
If you
in sync.
if you haven't discovered, Kobe and I are like 100% on board with Sawyer Mini.
Yeah, that's our thing.
All right, so food. So this is a tricky one. You know, you could buy a bunch of Snicker bars.
Yeah.
You know, maybe go crazy and get a zero bar. Maybe
Ooh, yeah, zero. Some Mambas.
it's like a albino Snickers.
That's what it is.
But if you look like the MREs, they're probably horrible, but they, you know, if you're going to maximize the amount of calories that you're carrying in a small space,
Yeah.
you know, you go with an MRE or a ration. I found a 3-day, 3,600 calorie Grizzly Gear 3-day emergency food ration.
3 days, really? Wow.
There's less sugar in it, more nutrients. I bet it tastes awful.
Yeah.
It's 5-year shelf life. $12.95.
Okay, that's pretty good for 3 days.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but yeah, 3 days.
That's what
So,
you went with?
There's tons. I saw quite a few. Some of those MREs are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
You can't.
Either they taste good
Looking
or
at this, I almost didn't buy any food with my money. I was really close to saying, I'm just going to have to scavenge for food. I've got my water. So I'm just going
I
to.
got my toes and my fingers.
Exactly.
I will eat those.
I'm like, buy at the end. I'm like, okay, I need to probably buy some food.
Yeah.
I went with the little bag of the survival tabs. I don't know if you've seen those.
No, I hadn't. I looked at them.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're just like these little nuggets that you eat, you know? So this was like $9, $8.95, and it's
Are
2
they like
days
in a
worth.
sell pouch or
Yeah,
are they?
it's a
See, I
sealable
like
pouch.
that. So you're kind of snacking
Yep,
through the day
you put it
instead
back in.
of
And it's for 2 days, and I could probably push that to 3 days, probably.
easy.
They're 25-year shelf life on them, which is kind of cool.
Oh wow! And
Yeah,
that's $9, huh?
yeah, survival tabs, and they're just like these little tabs.
I'm
that
gonna buy
you
some
just-
now.
I know, I have some here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% of the 15 essential vitamins and minerals you need, gluten-free, non-GMO. So there you go. For $9, I figured that was a pretty good deal.
That is a good
And so
deal.
that would get me through a few days, you know.
Yeah.
At least, and then I could scavenge from there on out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that you're going to want to do is, you know, be able to build a fire or start a fire to cook, prepare, you know, either boil water or if you
Yeah.
want to avoid your filter use, and just be comfortable. I got, so I went like super cheap here because I bought a 6 or 8 pack of, they're not even big. I don't even know.
Yeah.
They're just
Like
little
the Scripto
super
ones or
cheapo
something.
dollar ones.
Yeah.
And I've used them. I have them in my bug out bag right now, and I've used them up on the mountain. They work perfectly fine. Who
Yeah.
knows how long and
Yeah.
how, but you got 6 others or you know,
Right.
5 others.
Right.
So I went with that because I could get $1 for a pack of those, and then the tinder you can get, you know, like either the discs that are like
Yeah.
that wax embedded fuel, you know, fuel sticks or whatever for about $4.50 to $5.
Yeah.
So, you know, about $6 gets me a bunch of lighters, and then it gets me the any kind of tinder to kind of burn for
Right.
a couple of minutes while I'm building the fire over top. So
No, that's good. Yeah, I went back and forth on this. I almost bought the little live fire gear starter that comes with
Yeah.
the ferro rod and stuff. It was a little more because I think it was ended up like $10
yeah,
or a little more than $10. I can't remember. What I end up going with is a 5-pack of Bics, and it was $6. If I'm gonna go with the lighter, I'm just gonna go with the best. I know that those are gonna work no
Yeah.
matter what. I don't have any tinder, but I'm hoping that I can just scrounge something up. So
it's like, you know, this is 2017.
yeah,
You know, a ferro rod's awesome,
yeah,
but they do wear down, and they are a whore to get a fire starter.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I've like raped my ferro
Yeah.
rods, and like I'm like trying to get little pieces off.
it's something that you have to keep practicing. You have to keep
You do.
working on, and if you
And-
don't, it's hard.
And we
It's
do
hard
it
every
all
time.
the time when we're filming, and I
Yeah.
still struggle with it.
Still-
like,
yeah.
so I'm like, just buy a bunch of cheap lighters,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
you
have
can
that
burn something with
have that
those.
ferro rod as a backup, but that should only be used if you absolutely have nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went with the Bics, $6. The next one was weapon, and this could kind of go weapon. You know, obviously you're probably not buying a gun or anything for that amount of money, and so
Maybe just 3D print one.
yeah.
Go to your local library.
So I just went with a knife. And this is hard. It's hard to find a knife that isn't like at least $20-$25 that isn't a piece of junk.
I know.
It's like really, really
Yeah,
hard.
I agree.
And I didn't want just like a little folding knife.
I don't like the folding knives. If you're really
For
going to
survival, you don't.
thrust it into the gut.
Yeah. So I went with the old trusty Moore knife, the 4-inch with the carbon steel blade. It was $11 on Amazon. And I've got 4 or 5 more knives, and they're freaking awesome.
They are.
You
I
know?
used that black one in our first box
Yeah.
from Battle Box.
Mm-hmm.
I used it for like 6 months on all of our video shoots.
Yeah.
I would strike with it to start fires, and it's such a solid, and it has a great handle.
Yeah.
The most basic looking knife ever.
Yeah, they don't look.
But you can tell.
Yeah.
You can just feel that it like.
Oh yeah, you
you
can pound
kill
on that
everybody
sucker.
with
I mean,
it.
you can. It's such a good knife for all around. I mean, it's
For
kind
the
of built
price,
for
there's nothing.
bushcrafting and
Yep.
stuff. But for $11, why doesn't everyone have like 5 of those things?
I know.
You know.
Like I threw one in there too. I did find so
Oh, you
M-Tech.
found one for $8.50?
That's what yours is.
Mine's $11.
Oh no, the same one in a different color, like a green one, was $8.50.
it? Oh,
the same
dang!
knife.
I got more money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
You
it
even
is
had more.
$8.50, man. Wow.
So this so M-Tech, they make a bunch of blades that that have pretty good reviews. I think they're pretty basic, but
Yeah.
if you wanted a longer blade, I mean this thing has a 5.5 inch
Okay, so it does give you
overall
a
blade,
little bit longer blade.
and then it has some cord as the handle, so you could use
Oh,
it dually as a paracord knife.
Yeah.
And that was $8.50 as well. So
Tech. I don't know if I've used an M-Tech.
I haven't either. So, but I saw that they had.
$8.54. My gosh, that is cheap, man.
I know, and that I went with both. Like I was
Yeah.
like I'd probably
One of
buy
those.
the same.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
the
like there are,
paracord, man.
but you got the paracord handle on
Yeah.
that one, so you could eliminate a cost there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
So.
All right, next one, medical. What'd you go with, Cam?
There's a lot of little kits on there, and most of them have garbage in them.
Yeah, and I didn't know this one too. I was like, well, do I
I
have to have
actually
a med
like the
kit?
one that you found.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you do want some little gauze bandages and just some simple Band-Aids. You know,
have to. You don't because you get infected or something.
right?
It's,
Even like callus your hands if you're
Yeah.
cutting a lot.
Yeah.
You can use those Band-Aids just to kind of cover things up. And there's a lot of kits on there, and the kit that I found was $7.50.
okay.
The only thing I didn't like about it is it came in it comes in a cloth pouch, so it's not waterproof, but my
Yeah.
bag's waterproof. So
Right. So
whatever.
you're probably okay there.
But this one had just the real basic stuff. It has little tweezers that are plastic, so pure garbage.
Yeah.
But it does have safety pins in it. It has some Band-Aids,
Oh, nice.
some alcohol bandages or alcohol pads, and then it has a triangular bandage, which is kind of nice. So
Oh, cool.
a little small pouch that you could just toss in your bag for
Yeah.
$7.50.
Very cool. So, I went with the kind of the classic Coleman 27-piece first aid kit, the little mini travel.
I
one.
like the
Yeah, it's a nice little kit for $7.
yeah.
The reason I went with this, obviously, is because it was $7, which is nice and cheap. Because it comes with all kind of the normal stuff, some gauze, some alcohol pads, antiseptic wipes, sting relief, all that kind of stuff. But it also comes with a razor blade, which I thought could be, extra useful for other stuff. A couple of safety pins, and then it comes in a tin.
Yeah.
And so I figured that tin could be used for cooking, or it's tiny. It's not very big,
Yeah.
but you could boil some water in there if you had to and cook something or cook some meat,
Yeah.
squirrel meat,
Yeah.
chipmunk,
No, I like
whatever, little meat.
melt some snow, drink it,
Exactly, yeah. So
reflect at the spaceships up
because
above.
that was hard. The hard thing for me, I'm like, I don't really have anything to cook anything in,
I know, I didn't either.
and I'm like, so
I was like, I've got an MRE.
Yeah.
The longer you're out and
Yeah.
the more you're scavenging, you're going to want something to cook in.
yeah, or purify some more water if you want to do it
Exactly.
that way, So that's kind of why
I did
went
like
with the
that.
Coleman.
I wanted to do something different because I liked yours.
You did, huh? Yeah.
Didn't want to copy you.
So that's where I went. Yeah.
The
and it was-
Coleman FAC.
Yep, $7, baby.
Cool.
Yeah.
So those were, that covered like the real main. Oh, no, we didn't do shelter. We skipped it.
Oh yeah.
So shelter, I did. So I looked and looked and looked. I liked a lot of different things, but I
Yeah.
did. The one thing I came across that I found was pretty, for the price, a pretty good deal, because you're kind of getting dually
Yeah.
the thermal blanket type thing.
Yeah.
So these are on Amazon. What was the price I had on those?
They're $10.
For $10, you get 4 Mylar blankets, and 2 of them are camo, one's gold. That's the cheaper pack that gets the 2. But these are thin and they tear easily. But you could lay one down when you have 4 of them.
Yeah.
Or you could double them up and then poke through, and so you've got a little more something to tie to you instead of tearing through the edge of one. But waterproof. They reflect heat, so keep you warm. And then you can wrap your crap up in them and stick it in your bag if you don't have a waterproof bag and things like that. So, and they're super lightweight.
Yeah, where you have 4 of them, you could probably last a week or 2 with those if you had to.
Yeah. And they're not. I mean, they're not heavy duty. They're going to wear out, and they're super noisy and super annoying. Yeah. And they're 52 inches by 82 inches, which is like 4 foot by almost 7.
Oh,
so you're going to cover up the modern man.
Modern man.
But I thought that was a good deal. 4 of them. I mean, there's a lot of uses for those, collecting water, shelter, laying on them. So 4 of them get you a long way, and they're only $10. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of went with the classic tarp. I went with a 6 by 8 foot green tarp. Found it for $6.80. It's ripstop. It's got the grommets on the sides, on the edges and everything. So I figured
you can't go wrong.
It's hard to go wrong with that. I can make shelter. I can wrap myself up in it if I need to.
Yep.
I could collect water. A bunch of things you can do with tarps.
Right.
You could build a
The only
kite.
thing you can't do with the tarp is
cover something completely in the back of your truck.
Is plan for it to make it to the next destination in the back of your truck and not just rip to shreds.
I know. It's like every time you go to the dump and it's just like, it's gone.
I know. You're like, you tie everything down, you cross it over, and you're like, well, it's like a bed full of rope.
Yeah.
Then when you get there, it's all frayed.
How did this happen? Yeah, and obviously, for a $7 tarp is going to be cheap.
Yeah.
But you got $100, you got to make do with what
There's
you
so
can.
much use for a tarp, though.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I had in mind.
Yeah. So that's shelter, and that also goes into a few other areas as well with those things. So.
Yep.
And then after that, we
kind of hit on all the main things you really need to focus on.
That's kind of your main stuff. Well, there was another one up there. Another. Did you actually delete it?
What was it? Oh, the comms.
Yeah,
I did.
So we had another category, and it was comms, communications in some way. But I could not figure any way to make anything work in there.
Well, if you don't have a cell phone in this day and age, that's going to be your main thing. You're going to try and hope that it works. So I kind of leaned on that, but I mean, to get a good communication device, there's no way you're going under.
Yeah, you're not going to get someone under $100.
Comms is a hard thing.
So I think that's an area you're just going to have to deal with not having something.
And I think that's good. That's
what it comes down to.
Something to figure it out.
Yeah. So then after that, it just kind of comes down to miscellaneous stuff. Like I think I had like an extra, $20 at the end that I could spend on some other stuff.
Yeah, you had a lot more.
I can't remember exactly where I went.
Time trimming it down to get some more goodies.
My first item was I found 50 feet of paracord for like $8. And like you said, I could probably find it cheaper and with a little more, maybe somewhere at Walmart. I mean, it's possible.
With the paracord?
Yeah, the paracord.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to find.
But this is like mil spec, commercial grade, 550 paracord.
Yeah, you could buy a lot.
Yeah.
So
I got 50 feet.
You want to get carried away?
I might be able to get 75 or 100 feet for that price. So obviously, paracord is going to be great for making my shelter with my tarp.
Fishing.
Strangling. Yeah, exactly.
Clothesline.
Trip wires.
Tripwire.
Mm-hmm. Sex.
Stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Holding
Apocalypse
up
stuff.
your britches.
Holding up your britches.
New shoelaces.
Yeah.
Multiple uses.
So anyways, I think paracord's kind of a must. You have to have some.
I added that in there too. There's some varieties of it. I found a on Amazon, like those bracelets that have a little compass in them.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted a little navigation device, and the best one I found was, I think it was $8. No, it was $8.50. $8.50 for a braided paracord with a compass and I think a little whistle on the side. If you want to whistle.
Yeah, whistles are good.
But yeah, if you wanted to kind of go a little more expensive and a shorter amount of paracord, you just go with one of those little survival bracelets.
Yeah, those are always good to have.
I figured too with lighting. So you got your fire, for one.
Yeah.
Carry a torch if you want. You're going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Your flashlight is likely going to be on your phone until it dies.
Yeah.
But there are those little crank flashlights which suck. They're horrible.
I looked at a few
to
of those.
navigate through the forest. Like I've used one to try and work on my car, and I'm like, this is
It's like last ditch effort
But
light.
if you really wanted one, you don't have to worry about. Excuse me, I about threw up in the microphone. If you wanted to make sure you don't have to worry about batteries and stuff, there's a little crank one on there. I think the one that I found for a crank flashlight was, I put it down here, a light crank flashlight, $850.
$850.
And it was a good one. It has a little clip on it, and most of those are completely dead. So
I looked at a bunch of those.
In reality, I'd probably try and find a better light.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to worry about battery, that's the only way to go.
Yeah. I like it. My next item was a survival bandana. The orange, kind of the classic survival bandana. It's like $5, $4.95. I found it on Amazon. And we've talked about these so many times. There's so many uses for them. Bandanas, first aid to signaling to, water purification. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. This one, it actually has a bunch of tips on it, like hiking safety. It has navigation, knots, first aid, a bunch of stuff like that. That, in a pinch, you're going to want some of that information because, you get out there, your mind gets loopy, and you're just like,
right.
What do I do? You
right.
know? So I think it's good to have that kind of stuff. And so for $5, it was definitely worth that for me. And obviously, you can put it around your head if it gets hot,
Yeah.
Do a lot of different things with a bandana.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you just go search bandana.
Filter
uses.
out mud, water, and make it nice.
Yeah. So that was my next item.
Cool.
Bandana.
The other little thing I had, so I had to trade off here on, I think I got everything covered, but if you, the one thing I was kind of debating on is the light crank light.
Yeah.
Is to eliminate that and go with a multi-tool. I actually found a really sweet one on Amazon that I didn't write down. It's like $11.50.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those over the top ones. Like you flip out and it's got like a hammer.
Yeah.
And it's got
I
a
saw that.
little
I saw it.
hatchet.
Yeah, I saw it.
I think if you type in multi-tool.
But if you go like $1 more, you can get the Gerber one.
Yeah, the Gerber one was cheap.
It's the small Gerber one. It's like this big.
I saw that one too, and I was like, man,
Because I was thinking about that.
For me, I'd probably go with a multi-tool just because of the medical use plus, all the
absolutely.
other uses. So that was another thing that I'd probably, tweak.
Yeah, I was debating between getting the Moore knife or like a multi-tool with a knife in it.
Man, fighting.
But
if you're to really defend yourself with a multi-tool,
you'd want to have a Moore knife for a weapon, much
Right,
better. But
exactly.
I mean, all around the multi-tool is going to be so much handier for all sorts of different things. So that was a trade-off there, but I ended up going with the Moore knife because I trust him more.
Yeah.
Was
there anything else you wanted to add into there?
Oh yeah. I got a couple more I want to talk about.
Do it.
So my next item I got, I needed some sort of a light. And this light I've actually used before. I think I've got one still somewhere. It's the J5 Tactical V1 Pro flashlight. I don't know if you've seen these cams. Like 300 lumens. They're really bright. They got 3 modes. This one's desert camo. It's like $12. But they're fantastic lights. I think they run off a AA battery, so it's easy to find those. So I figured I'm gonna want a nice light.
You do. You do.
Especially if I'm trying to scavenge at night or doing whatever I need to be doing. A nice bright flashlight, self-defense. There's so many different things you can use it for. And the J5 V1 Pros I've used before, and I trust them. And so for $12, man, frick, it's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
So then at the end, I had like $3 left, and I'm like, what the crap am I going to spend $3 on? So I was like, maybe I'll grab some more food. But I'm like, for $3, what am I going to get that's going to be worth much? And then I was like, maybe I'll just grab some water. And again, $3, you can't do a whole lot. I ended up going just with like the P38 can opener. I figure if I'm scavenging and I got some canned food, it's going to be a bitch to open that sucker, like with my Moore knife or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I just went with the can opener.
I just showed you guys exactly.
Yeah, it's not fun.
How retarded
so
it can be.
I found the P38, you can get it for like $3.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, well,
can opener would be a lifesaver.
Can opener. That's what I ended up going with.
Yeah. I guess I didn't mention the other thing. I looked looked through were little pots and pans. You know, those
Oh,
little
I did
cooking
too, yeah.
utensils. You can get those aluminum ones from Coleman for like $10.
Yep.
Super light, super horrible. Like they burn everything and
They
melt
do,
everything.
yeah.
You can't control the heat very well. But if you want something to, put your soup in or cook your MRE in,
Yeah,
which,
and like we said, it's only for a few
Weird.
days.
Yeah.
Possibly, or maybe a little bit longer.
but that'll give you you can get several little tools for that, which is a good deal too. Some trade off.
Yeah.
So you can play with these. I mean, obviously the big hitters are your water, food, fire, and a weapon, and the bag. That's kind of medical and shelter,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
all those. You can play with that miscellaneous stuff of what you think would work best in your area and all those.
Yeah.
things.
So I was like, man, I got $100. I mean, is there any other possible way I could do this and actually come out ahead?
Yeah.
And I was looking at BattleBox Mission 34, the one that just came out that's everybody's getting right now.
Yeah.
For the Pro Box, you can get everything you need except for a knife.
Oh, really?
Like, seriously, everything. So look at this, what they have right now. They have the Self-Reliance Outfitter Mini Inferno. That's exactly those pucks that you were talking about, Firestarter. You can get the Backpacker's Pantry Louisiana Red Rice and Beans. BattleBox
That's
Flashlight.
right. That's $100, huh?
Yeah, BattleBox Flashlight. And it's actually a pretty good little flashlight. I can't remember. It's like the Cree one or whatever it is.
Right.
Survival Frog Tactical Bivy. The nice big bivy
You're right.
sack.
That's awesome.
Then it has the water drop, the 5-pack of the water drops. Did you see those? Yeah.
No, I did. Yeah.
So those are like these water purification packets that you just throw in a source of water. You come back a few hours later and they're like blown up. They look like a Capri Sun or something like that. You stick a straw in them and then they taste kind of like orange punch. And it purifies the water, and then it also gives you a bunch of electrolytes and minerals and vitamins and stuff through it.
Yeah, those were sweet.
So that's just in your $25 basic box right there.
Wow.
Then you go to the advanced box, and you get the BattleBox camp bottle and cup set. So you have a cup, you have stuff to boil water and cook food in, and then the next thing you get is the Exotac Poly Striker. So you got a Poly Striker, a really nice ferro rod. So that's the $50 cost right there. You're only at $50. Then you go to the Pro Box. In the Pro Box, you get the big 72-hour, 42-liter bug out bag, right? The nice one. And then you get the fish
there's a
trap.
nice one.
The big
that
fish trap.
is awesome.
So that's for $100. You get all that stuff.
Wow.
So you would be really close.
Man, they're magicians.
I don't know how they do it either. You'd be really close to almost making it. You just wouldn't have a knife.
Yeah.
You'd have to
I
figure out
always
the knife.
figure with the knife thing is if you're a listener, you're a prepper, you've got an EDC knife that you should already have.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
there you
that's
go.
that's part
If
of
you
what
wanna-
this
I know,
exercise
but I'm
is,
just
though.
saying,
yeah, yeah.
if you wanted to just
So
that's crazy.
People who rag on subscription boxes don't really actually look at what you get for the price.
And I spent honestly probably an hour looking through all this stuff to find $100 of good quality gear, and I didn't find nearly that stuff.
and if you compare this gear to the gear we're going at, it's probably better gear.
I would say so. Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're getting a better piece of gear with most of this stuff. So I mean, I'm just
those
saying.
guys they're like the masters of
they're really good.
low cost.
Yep.
I don't even know how they make out
I don't
with
know.
each other.
Take that, Daniel.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was just kind of an extra thought I had in that area. It's kind of funny that
is pretty
you can
sweet.
almost do it. And this is the new welcome box. So anybody who goes to BattleBox can get this as a
we're
welcome
gonna
box.
we're gonna get you guys a sweet video for that too.
Yeah,
We're
hopefully.
looking forward to. Yeah, hopefully.
We haven't got it
Hey,
yet. So.
real quick, I just wanted to thank our other sponsor, Survival Boxes. They are the only subscription box packed with all the essential survival supplies that you need for prepping to survive disasters or your next door outdoor adventure. There are 3 different boxes to choose from, so sign up today and start getting survival boxes delivered to your door every month. No contracts, cancel anytime you want. Use promo code Casual Preppers for 10% off your first box on any monthly subscription box at Survival Box.
You know, you could probably go with the mixed box from Survival Boxes. What is
you
it,
could.
$35? Mm-hmm. And so you would get some food, you'd get some water, and some
You could
gear.
knock out like 3, 4 big categories of your
Boom.
prep for. Yep,
That's the nice thing about
box for
Survival
sure.
Boxes is you always get the food and water.
And if you don't use it, stuff's
Yeah.
most of those store for 25 years. So.
Exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
So
yeah,
there we go.
don't be pussies about the survival boxes and the battle boxes.
Just
they're
don't
not
be.
manly.
Yeah.
They're not manly. Is
They're
what I meant to say.
not manly. Yeah. So, anyways, that's good stuff. What do you think?
I thought it was.
It's kind of a
it's
fun
pretty interesting
exercise.
to work through. Yeah, we'll get you your worksheets out, and
Yeah.
by next podcast, I want them submitted
Yeah.
no later than 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
or a.m. I don't remember. Is it a.m.?
I don't. It's
I don't
AM.
remember.
It's AM.
12 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
So,
It's time for the quick and dirty medical tip.
all right. So, one thing that we see pretty commonly in the urgent care, I mean, super frequent is the super frequent is the urinary tract infections. A lot of the times, mostly symptoms, not so much a confirmed bladder infection.
Mostly women's, right?
Mostly women's, yeah, but men can definitely get them too, and
Yeah.
they're a lot more dramatic about it.
Oh, yeah, they are.
So
We don't.
I've
like
never
it
had one,
when
so
there's
maybe
something-
it does hurt really bad.
I've had
but
one before.
Women have them all the time, and I feel for them.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's right, you did, huh?
I did.
Um,
Sucked.
so just kind of the basic things on managing a urinary tract infection. Hopefully you have some backup antibiotics. But before you get to that, lots of water. Try and flush out the bacteria. There's even supporting studies showing, if you can get a bladder infection to resolve on its own, which it kind of should.
Yeah.
It's better. It doesn't
Instead of
lead
using
to
antibiotics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lead to those resistant types of bacteria.
Man,
and
I saw this study the other day, or somebody was talking about it. By the time you're an adult, like in your mid-30s, you've gone through like 30 courses of antibiotics.
really,
The average person.
wow. I don't think I've been on that many.
I don't think so either, but they said like average in the United States.
Yeah. So, truth be told, as a provider, when I have somebody come in, they're a paying customer. They're
Yeah.
there for an antibiotic.
That's what they want. Yeah.
And, I try and explain to them, don't frown on me. If you're another provider, listen to this. Screw you, okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a good person. But they all want antibiotics. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
And we try and discourage them from, this is a viral infection, studies show, blah, 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 blah. And they just stare at you and they're like, so where are you sending over that antibiotic?
So where can I pick it up?
Yeah. Seriously, how it is. And so, yeah, we do over treatment. And, same thing with these urinary tract infections is they should resolve on their own. And they also did a study showing antibiotic treatments did lead to reoccurring infections like more often.
Yeah.
So antibiotics aren't always good. So, flushing it out, the cranberry juice increases acidity. In
Acidity?
Acidity.
Increases
like
acidity.
a big city.
It's like New York City. Everybody.
So they're they are useful, but
Yeah.
there are times when it gets out of control, and obviously you do not want a kidney infection because that
No.
can be serious and kill you. So the common antibiotics, we've talked about the ones for fish, the fish antibiotics. Cipro is an excellent choice. Bactrim is an excellent choice for bladder infections. Keflex, these are all three ones that you can get for in bird and fish antibiotics.
Yeah.
And amoxicillin. I think the dosage is usually almost all of these are twice a day for 7 to 10 days. So
yeah.
all of those. You can even use doxycycline, azithromycin, ampicillin. They're all available at your black market antibiotic stores.
Mexico.
Yeah. So anyway, if it gets to that point, you're feeling pretty crappy, burning, then there you go.
Yeah.
The other thing you can get over the counter to help with relief is like azo, peridium. They're like,
What's that?
I'm going to go into details on this. They kind of anesthetize the bladder wall, help you to not have spasms and discomfort.
I've
and
seen
it
those, yeah.
stains everything.
Everything's like
on
reddish or
Earth. Yep,
purplish.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's probably good to have some of that as backup.
And that's cheap.
for
Those things
relief.
are super
They
cheap.
are. Yep. Some natural remedies for urinary tract infections. Vitamin C supplements are thought to reduce the concentration of bacteria in the urine. Garlic, preferably in capsules. It's not as horrible.
Yeah.
Echinacea is actually helpful. Goldenrod tea with vinegar sounds horribly delicious.
Goldenrod.
Horribly
Hey,
delicious.
baby, you want to taste my goldenrod?
So you want to stick a goldenrod in your mouth.
Yeah.
Cranberry tablets, obviously. So those
Yeah.
are some common things that you can do to help treat it. Antibiotics are not always first choice, but you start getting fevers, chills,
Yeah.
back pain, and urgency frequency symptoms. You probably should start taking those
Yeah.
fish antibiotics.
Or real antibiotics. You got them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've been stocking up.
Yeah.
So anyway, there
Fantastic.
you treating.
Don't get a urinary tract infection in the
No.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Not going to be fun.
Oh yeah, I guess preventative's another good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Peeing after you have sex.
Yeah.
Cleaning that area.
Yeah.
So hygiene is very important. And wearing loose clothing.
Loose clothing.
It's thought that it's really tight, dark areas
Ooh,
causes infections.
that's scary.
There's probably infection down there. Some tight.
Too tight, too dark.
Yeah.
Too tight, too
Anyways,
dark.
there you go.
Fantastic. Thank you, Cameron.
Well,
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you guys listening. Like we said, we just did another podcast for the Basement Nation, so you can go check that out soon. Go look at it, listen to it.
right.
And thank you for listening. Please make sure you're subscribed to us, to our YouTube, to everything we got.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Cameron?
I don't.
Okay. See you later, guys.
See ya.